Yes, ma.
Hello, viewers, and welcome to SLBC Sports Update live on TV with me, Frances Bernard. In this edition of the program, we are broadcasting live from Douala at the Best Western Hotel, where the national team Leon Stars uh, is hosted, where they have played two matches and they now have 2 points. They played against Algeria in their opening fixture, and yesterday they played against the Elephant of Ivory Coast. Well, with me here I have the man who scored the goal that sent Sierra Leoneans into celebration, Alhaji Kamara, and also I have with me the head coach, the man of the moment for Sierra Leone, John Kista. And good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, I want to start with Alhaji because yesterday you scored that goal that every Sierra Leonean was waiting for. So, what was that feeling when you actually came on? First of all, when you came on the pitch, because we had news before now that you are not going to play, but you were on the pitch.
I mean, the feeling it always be the same, playing from stats, from the bench, the feeling will always be the same. And for me, this was the first term, but I just believe saying I'm gonna be recognition. So, I mean, I just happy say I do one back at this stage against Ivory Coast.
Okay, excuse me, Francis. Alhaji, na English program, so I don't know if you will.
No, if you
Yeah,
want
of
to
course.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No, do
Okay,
it in
yeah.
English, right?
Now in English you don't start, Francis, you don't forget. So they'll get it that side.
Okay,
Oh,
then
yeah,
we'll
Nikota.
edit it. Okay, so
I mean, for me, I'm really happy. I'm really excited. I mean, it's not the first time to do it in this kind of occasion. I mean, I've been doing it, and I'm really happy and excited to do it against Ivory Coast. I'm really proud.
okay, so now let's talk about your first match. We did not see much from you, even though you started well, but halfway the match you were a little bit down.
I mean, the first match, you will say, oh, you don't see much of me, maybe because I didn't score the goals, a goal in that game. But I mean, we play as a team. I work very hard as a player trying to help my team. I think for me, the team is really important. That's why probably you don't see the individual work of me in that game. But I mean, if you go and look at the statistics, I mean, I know I did a good job for my team.
All right, continue
Okay.
to stay with us. This lady there, I'm
Hey, madam, how are you, ma? You are not going to go yonder with the police, please.
What?
Why not going to do that?
No,
No,
they
not
cause
for the.
noise.
Yes. No, you know they just didn't allow not to voice it. Yes, we know. We
Can
just
now
wanted
continue
to
the
understand.
program. No, stop her.
I know. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, Alhaji, continue to stay with us. He is Alhaji Kamara, and he is popularly known as Andriano. As I told you earlier on, we have Coach Kista with us here, and Coach Kista is the man of the moment. Coach Kista, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So, you are almost always quiet, even when you have results that almost all Sierra Leoneans are celebrating. You are almost always quiet. What was that feeling yesterday when you had that comeback against the Elephant of Ivory Coast?
To be honest, Francis, it was a moment that I didn't know what emotions I could express, because again, before we went into the match, it was a difficult period for myself. As a coach, there are times where we make very, very difficult decisions, rightly or wrongly so. But for me, it was about the two guys that came in and scored. I think the decisions that we made, yes, difficult. But for me, I'm very pleased that they came in, got the goals, and we got a result out of it. I'm not one to be going out and talking. I'm one for feet on the ground. I'm very thorough around our process stuff, because you don't want things to come back and haunt you. So I'm one of those people where I'm very feet on the ground about things.
Okay, so we saw you bringing in Musa Kamara, Mohamed Kamara, popularly known as Satumu. Is it as a result of the demand of Sierra Leoneans, because everyone was demanding that Musa should be part of the team?
You know, that was a very difficult decision. You know, I had to, you know, again, Alaji sitting here not because he sat here. You know, you just asked him a question that you didn't see enough of him, and he mentioned about we're a team, and we had our strategy going against Algeria, so everyone was part of that strategy, and it wasn't about self or it wasn't about himself. It's about the group, and that's why we came out, because we put a lot of work into the Algeria game. You know, so going into this game, it was going to be very difficult. Again, sometimes, you know, you listen to the people that work for in the world. I had to speak to Alaji. You know, that's why I'm very grateful that I have players that understand. You know, it's not about them. It's individual himself. It's about Australia, and that's something I'll take forward into my career as well. Because when you have players like that that understand, and get next to the line for you in terms of what decisions you make. These are players that are going to go for the rest of your life in terms of work. So for me, that was a turning point. You know, because he understood where we was coming from when he was in Barcelona. So.
Let's talk about the match yesterday, especially on the pitch. We noticed that the midfield, even though you had some good players there, but especially in the first half of play, those in front were not receiving what they were supposed to receive, and because of that, there was pressure.
You know, people have got their own perceptions around how football should be played. I think it's very normal that after the Algeria game, going into the Ivory Coast game, it was going to be very difficult. They've already seen us. You know, they're going to work around what they think we're good at, trying to stop that and trying to affect the game their way. You know, when people talk about midfield, you know, we've got to be patient. You know, we're playing against players that are playing in different, better clubs, higher levels, and these players are clever players. But you know, as a country, we're sitting there, sometimes people are just thinking, oh, we should just turn up and run everyone through games and win everything. It doesn't work like that. There are times when we're going to be under the cosh. There are times when our midfield is going to be stretched. You know, when our defenders are going to do more work, they're not going to get service. They're going to defend more when we need that. There are times when our strikers are going to be defending more. They're not going to get the ball. There are times when, you know, the teams that we're playing against are better teams as well. We've got to have respect for that. But you know, what for me is important is you go into tournament. Sometimes it's not about performance, it's about result. And we've got the result. So I'm not too bothered about that. I know, we all know that we'll go back again. We have a very important and difficult game, you know, against Equatorial Guinea, you know. So where we're going to go, we're going to work around which way we think we're going to go to help us get a result, because we need to get a result. So sometimes people have to have respect. It's not just coming here because we're playing against Ivory Coast because Sierra Leone we're getting better. That means we're going to run teams over.
Okay, Coach Kista, let's talk about that moment when Stephen Coker left his position to go to assist Alhaji to get that goal. As a coach, were you nervous that he was leaving where he's supposed to be, especially in a crucial moment like that?
Francis, I don't think you should ask about that. I can remember when I was in Lions as coach. I think there was once or twice when I've had a situation where games have been very difficult. And you know Abu Suma, who was one of my centre backs, 6'6", and I used to play him up front. And people used to say, oh, he's putting the defender up front, but there's a reason for that. And from our background with Steven, and Alaji knows it as well, sometimes when you're gambling and you're trying to get something else, the big players go up because, you know, they'll have a flick or whatever, and that's what happened. You know, we've gambled on that, and it's paid off, you know, and if he hadn't done that, he might have not done. But again, it's football. We need to, in Sierra Leone, we need to know the game. You know, we don't know the game. We're just talking the game, and because we see what we feel it should be, and that's not how he is. You know, I think we need to change our perceptions around how we watch the game, and have respect sometimes of how much work these guys put in terms of trying to get results for Sierra Leone.
Okay, Coach Kista continues to stay with us. He's the head coach of the national team, Leon Stars. You're watching Sports Update live from Douala, and I have with me Alhaji Kamara and also Coach John Kista.
So you either side back, who side don't get the break. We'll go for a break, and after we should talk about, let's bring you some highlights of the equalizer.
Okay, producer man.
Or you talk about the fans, look and for the fans there.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go for this break, let's get the highlights of the equalizing goal.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, you still watching sports updates live on TV, and now we are going for a short break. But before that, let's bring you that goal that sent Sierra Leoneans into celebration.
Okay.
Okay,
So now,
from there now, look come to Alhaji.
Yeah, after I don't talk to Alhaji.
We don't. That means yeah.
after I don't talk to Ram, you talk say, well, the fans we are jubilant. Let's get their reaction. Don't forget.
Don't look me. They won't me.
I miss you.
They hit me at home.
Okay, continue, ma. Welcome back.
Welcome back. The program is
Okay.
Welcome back. The program is Sports Updates live on TV, and I am your host, Frances Banner. Well, now we go over to Alhaji Kamara. Well, Alhaji, what was that feeling when you scored that goal?
Like I said, sometimes, I mean, these things, it comes natural. You cannot react to this emotion. Up till now, I think I can only reply text messages, but actually I cannot even talk to my family on the phone because I can't really express myself the way I felt about, scoring a goal for my country, especially in the bigger stage, the AFCON. And I will say it's my first goal. This is my debut in the AFCON, and this is also my first goal in the AFCON. And like I said, I want people to know I'm a big game player. If you watch my statistics, everywhere I've played around the world, I score against big clubs.
Okay, now let's talk about your celebration. Your celebration yesterday was unique. What does that mean? You crawling on the ground as a lion.
Talking back for
like
us, yeah, I sure I noticed I see myself in that glass.
Hey, Papa.
And it's all over social media.
I know.
Okay.
I have to get editing.
Not to better editing.
Okay, so let's talk about your celebration yesterday. You were crawling on the ground like a lion, and that celebration is all over the world, not only in Sierra Leone.
My actions, they speak for themselves. That celebration, it means a lot to me. I mean, like I said, sometimes it's just things just come, like you can't react, they just comes naturally. It's just about the things I've gone through into like life, football and everything, the country, Sierra Leone, thinking about my country, thinking that it's a small country, and also like we getting like these big results against these big nations. I mean, like I said before, to be in this tournament, I think the results or goals doesn't matter. I mean, for us, we are just excited to be part of this because it has been so long. I mean, for me, I'm really proud to put smile on, on people's face, Sierra Leonean face.
Okay.
I'm really proud. I'm really proud, Sierra Leone.
As we speak, people are referring to you as the lion.
Lion
Where
way.
did that? Yes.
I mean, the Lion Way, it's something, if you follow my social media, the Lion Way, like I said, it's, inside me. I've been through a lot in my career. Playing in Sweden, doctors wanted me to stop. Sometimes inside me, I feel like, there is some part of me, I'm not just a human. I'm a different human inside me, because even the doctor said I have a different kind of heart. So I took it from there. I said I have a lion heart. And of course, Sierra Leone, the Lion Mountain, a great nation. So those things, they just make me strong.
All right. Continue to stay with us. Now we go to Coach Kista. Coach, let's talk about celebration.
Well,
you want to take the fans?
Yes. Well, after the equalizer, this was a sin.
Hey, Papa God.
You just have this work.
Hey, Mama.
No, now the producer. So maybe what
I want her for lag.
Maybe when the police for me,
This na me boss. So at this moment, I na me boss. Okay. Well, you've just heard from Alhaji Kamara, the Lion Way. Well, as you and I know, they are saying that you need to be a Kamara in Sierra Leone if you want to succeed. And we've just heard from one of the Kamaras, and now we are going to take the celebration. Everybody was celebrating at the Japoma Stadium, including ministers, members of parliament, and even some Cameroonians who came to support Sierra Leone. Let's take this celebration from them.
Okay, continue now. That was
Logo. Where those were fans celebrating for that equalizing, and after the final whistle of the match. We'll continue with the program. We go back to Coach Kista. Now, Coach, let's talk about the 12th minute. in the match against Ivory Coast and that of Sierra Leone, when that penalty was awarded to Ivory Coast. As a coach, you were on the screen, the cameras constantly placed you on the screen. You were sitting, I don't know how to describe the way you were sitting. So let's just discuss that moment.
You know, Francis, one thing you don't want to do is when you go into games, you don't want to concede goals in the first 10, 14, 15, or 20 minutes. You want to keep things tight and gradually build into it. You know, so when we got the penalty, you know, you're thinking, well, okay, here we go. You know, now we've got to start all over again. You know, we have to score. You know, we have to try and win the match. So there's so many things that's going through your head. You know, but again, you know, these boys have been very, very, the resilience around this group is just amazing. You know, they fight for each other, they work for each other, and that's what's getting us through. The spirit is just amazing. You know, we have our ups and downs, but still we're pulling through together. You know, I know Mohamed, obviously worked with him for a period of time. For me, I think he's not bad with penalties. You know, so for me it was yes, if they score then we have to come back. But again, we just have to keep believing, and that's what we did.
Okay, now let's move forward. Let's talk about the next match you have against Equatorial Guinea. You need to win if you are to move to the next stage with other statistics in different groups, because there is possibility of anyways you need to win.
Well, you know, it's the ultimate. You know, we know that. I think that's the message that we're gonna go with amongst the group, that we need to get a result. We need to win. You know, and we're gonna go try. We're gonna keep fighting. You know, we're gonna keep fighting till we finish. You know, whatever happens at the end of the day will not be.
Excuse me, sir. What's in the call? Okay.
Whatever happens will not be for not fighting. But you know, for me, I came with a mentality to this tournament. You know, I just felt there's a reason why God has brought us to this tournament. I have a very firm believer in that. If you look at our qualifications, you know what we went through. You know, starting from Nigeria. You know, when I came in again, you know, Alaji coming in, you know, the 4-4, you know, and then we came into Freetown. You know, we could have had a result. You know, it wasn't supposed to be. You know, it came again with the Soto again. What happened? A lot of players couldn't come out because of the COVID. We went there and got a result. And then, you know, we're back at South Africa. Came back thinking that was it, we're out. And then we got a last minute goal from Nigeria. That's what's been in.